Chapter 7. When the kiss ended, Sanchimu asked hoarsely, What did you want to check? Julian Shang squinted and stretched out his tongue to lick at his pink lips. He laughed softly. I wanted to check whether or not you're the person I'm looking for. Sanchimu's palms were sweating nervously. He'd never kissed anyone before, so he had no skills. He'd sucked too hard, letting the young man expose a seemingly painful expression. Had he known earlier that the youth wanted to check something like this, he wouldn't have been so impatient. He would have been slow and gentle, making every effort to let him feel comfortable. He wiped his sweaty palms on his clothes, then expressionlessly asked, Can you let me kiss you again? I didn't do too well just now. Zhu Sheng laughed so hard tears came out. He never knew that his lover had such a shy and lovely side. Okay, let's give you another chance. He wrapped his hands around his lover's neck and exhaled a hot and sweet breath against his lips. Sanchimu's Adam's apple trembled fiercely, his body stiff like a stone. He cautiously touched the young man's cheek and slowly leaned in, tentatively licking his thin lips. Then he stretched out his tongue to pry open the other's teeth, gently probing in. His breathing quickened, sweating profusely, his long erect member pressed up against the other man's belly, gently rubbing. His body was clearly on the brink of madness, but his kiss was slow and cherishing, devoted like a pilgrimage. He explored the young man's mouth little by little, the tip of his tongue wrapped around the other's tongue, and gently fondled. Then he changed direction to gently sweep his palate and gums. He was anxious to swallow the other man into his stomach, but he strongly suppressed this crazy idea, forcefully squeezing his waist and imprisoning him in his arms, as if to stop him from running away. This strong yearning made Julian Shang tremble. He turned from a passive participant to active, in return for an even hotter and more lingering kiss. 10 minutes later, Sanchimu was finally satisfied. His head slightly backed up from the young man's lips, standing nose to nose, huskily asking, How was it? Are you sure now? Julian Shang squinted and smiled. I'm sure. You're the one I'm looking for. Sanchimu's heart jumped wildly. A wave of joy almost exploded his chest. But his face was still expressionless. He simply nodded neatly and replied, That's good. Shall we head back to my house? After asking this, he glanced nervously at the youth's expression. No. Julian Sheng shook his head wickedly, but when he saw the man's clenched jaw and darkening eyes, he immediately added, I'm hungry. Let's go eat something first. Sanchimu's plummeting heart halted in mid-air. It was difficult to conceal the relief in his voice. Come to my house. I'll cook for you. What do you want to eat? I want to eat red braised pork, mambo tofu, kung pao chicken. Jun Sheng listed many dishes in one breath, then jokingly asked, Can you make that? I can. You'll know when you eat. Sanchimu couldn't help but be happy that he cultivated great cooking skills during his studies abroad. While the two people were sharing a sweet supper, the internet was already in an uproar. A post had appeared on Sea Country's largest forum, and after just a few minutes, it got tens of thousands of hits. Ojinan's concert recorded. Warning, high energy ahead. Please proceed with caution. This title was extremely provocative, enough to arouse everyone's desire to read on. The people of Sea Country all had serious cases of FOMO when they heard that Ojinan was hosting a free concert, and at that concert he would perform his new never-released songs. and a video proving his innocence. Those who wanted to attend were in the millions. But the Hunya Entertainment News Group only offered 50,000 spots. Among those 50,000 lucky people, you could easily count the numbers of Ojinan's real fans. Most of them were Lin Chiqing and Ge Mengshu's loyal fans. Before going, they left messages online saying that they would ruin Ojinan's concert as revenge for their idols. Many people expressed support for this. They also urged them to film and post the scene for the rest of the internet to share in the fun. Speaking of which, a video was published as soon as the concert ended. Ojinan must have had such a beating dog-like expression. Everyone clicked open the video while thinking such malevolent thoughts. Then they stared dumbfounded. The video contained none of the imagined violence, nor was there any humiliation and abuse. Everyone seemed to have taken drugs. They were writhing, screaming, and shouting with abandon because they were so excited. They were drenched in sweat and red-eyed, their bodies trembling uncontrollably. The person shooting the video was also on the edge of madness. The camera was constantly shaking, so the picture was very vague. But the concert was equipped with the best sound system in the world, so Yun Sheng's captivating, incredibly penetrative voice was crystal clear, breaking through the screen and piercing through the eardrums of the listener with unstoppable momentum. This was a psychedelic rock song with a deafeningly intense rhythm. The sharp and loud electric guitar solo, plus Ojinan's panting, sexy voice was like a drug-filled needle. It stabbed into the arteries, making you addicted, making you lose the will to resist, so you involuntarily sank with him into the madness. Everyone was high, the screams of excitement resounded. The man who was shooting the video aimed it at himself and roared at the top of their lungs. Who said Ozinan can't sing? What crap! He's been singing for more than an hour. Everything from rock to death metal, gothic metal, heavy metal. There's no song in the world he can't handle. After saying this, the young man on the stage suddenly kneeled and drew back the microphone to let out a high-pitched scream. The pitch got higher and higher and higher, and just when you thought that the sound wave would break open the sky, it suddenly turned into a muffled roar. The listener's heart were also dragged up to the summit by him, then dropped down to the bottom, making you feel dizzy, yet incredibly delighted. Forget about the people at the scene who had gone crazy. Even the netizens watching the video had goosebumps all over their bodies. This song was too emotional, too stimulating, making the blood boil. The camera shook violently again, and the picture blurred. Only the filmmaker was here shouting, "Everyone listen to the song, feeling the high. I'm the only one with a phone out recording, like a fucking idiot. I'm done filming." The video ended, taking the madness with it. Netizens froze in front of the computer, rose in anger, pouring out messages, handsome till death. "My fucking pants are off, and that's what you show me? You should have recorded the whole song before getting high. Come back, I promise not to kill you." Star Alien. Begging for a complete video. That song was hot. Downright the best psychedelic rock. I'm drunk from across the screen. Can't imagine what it's like to be there. Post-nut clarity. I was at the scene. Ojinan's treble almost broke the Star Pavilion. I heard that someone brought in a glass bottle and came out with it full of cracks from the sound wave. Those who weren't there to see it live will definitely regret it for a lifetime. That was one of the best. It was the best concert I've ever been to. I personally think that the international rock king, Adam Norman, can't compare to Ojinan. Small condom. I was at the concert too. Adam Norman really can't compare to Ojinan plus one. Little lolly love creepy uncle plus two. The concert ended an hour and a half ago, but I still can't calm down. I feel like I ate an aphrodisiac. When I was brushing my teeth, my head was still bobbing and my butt was still shaking. Rock rocks plus 1086. Just came back from Star Pavilion. My head is filled with Ujinan's voice. If he was standing in front of me right now, I would kneel down and lick his soles of his feet. Lick the soles of his feet. I want to pinch my ears and look at him at 90 degrees, submitting to him. From today on, he is my male god. Those who attended the concert left comments online, one after another. They all gave Ujinan's performance high ratings, causing the people who weren't there to feel an itchy curiosity in their hearts. At the same time, Linji Qing and Gaming Shu's blogs suffered wave after wave of malicious abuse, crashing the site. Attentive people noticed that the critics included senior members of Lin Qing and Gaming Shu's fan groups. They had rallied everyone to ruin Ojinan's concert, but they turned against each other after just 2 hours. What really happened at the concert? The ignorant people finally got the truthful post they wanted. The title of the post was very simple, only 5 words. The genuine Because of You. They all knew that Gaming Shu's interpretation of Because of You had sincere, mournful feelings. It was known as the most tear-jerking love song of the year. Many youngsters liked to sing it after a breakup, looking like fools as they cried and sang. Music critics predicted for the next 2 decades no love song would surpass Because of You in popularity, and no one's interpretation would ever have deeper feelings than Gaming Shu's. The combination of the two would create a classic among classic love songs. Many people covered the song, but in the eyes of the world, Gaming Shu's version was the well-deserved genuine. What does this title mean? Is it positive or negative for Gaming Shu? With such curiosity, the netizens clicked open the video and watched attentively. There was no bass, no electronic keyboard, no drums, no electronic guitar. The gorgeous background music was abandoned, replaced by only a piano and a clear voice. A grief that had nowhere to be vented was the most vivid, tear-jerking interpretation of Because of You. The lyrics had also changed, becoming the belated confession of a child who had lost their father. When you were alive, your love made me feel oppressed and immobile. Because of you, I was afraid. I couldn't trust in myself or others. When you died, I realized that one I should surpass was not you, but myself. Your love was not a shackle, but the wings that carried me. I didn't fear your heavy fatherly love. I feared losing you. This was a father's requiem. It was full of a child's worship and love for their father. But Gaming Shu's Because of You was about a woman mourning her lost love. In terms of feelings of sincerity, the two couldn't be compared. In terms of the song's profound meaning, the two couldn't be compared. In terms of singing ability, it was simply heaven and earth. Gaming Shu's treasured dolphin voice range was destroyed by Ojinan's ultra-high pitch that spanned five octaves. In the video, the youth repeatedly stopped playing while choking on his sobs. So when the camera panned on the big LED screen and Ojibai emerged, everyone was shocked. Before his death, Ojinan had already finished writing the song, So what was going on with the manuscript in Li Shiqing's manuscript Li Shiqing submitted to the court? He said that he was inspired to compose the song after his mentor's death. That was simply a slap to the face. At this point, the innocent party and guilty party could be distinguished at a glance.